Hey, Shalom. First of all, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the word only calls God, Yahweh Shai, who the word only calls Jesus. I want to give a double honor to the apostles, a great millstone who has taught me this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth and risk the life to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, one of the videos edifying, only I can get something from this video. Quick video through the Spirit. I'm going to grab a couple of precepts here in Proverbs, the 12th chapter, and grab whatever precepts come to mind. Lord willing. Again, it's edifying to you, Akim, and you, Akwa, that may see the video. Before I say get into the video, it's very important that we keep the fear of the Lord first, right? It's very important, okay? Not your life depends on it, okay? And if it be the Lord's will, not only your life, but your household, okay? So it's very important that we keep the fear of the Lord first, man. Okay? That has to be pinnacle. Let's grab this real quick. First step. I think it's in the Apocrypha. Yep. Sirach 19:18, it says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. Because they say fear is a great motivator, right? Fear and pain are great motivators, right? So if we fear the Lord, right, then what? We'll be disciplined, okay? In this truth, you have to be disciplined. In this truth, it's things you have to cut off. It's things you have to fight. It's things you have to do. Sometimes you don't feel like doing them, right? But when you have that fear and you have that discipline, you become a stoic, okay? A stoic man looks at things for what it is and not what he wants it to be. And you have to look at things for what it is. A man does that, man. A real man looks at things for what it is and not what he wants it to be. Okay? And what it is this. Do the job. Do the work. Do what the Lord has assigned you to do. Okay? That's it, man. Okay? The prophets what? Go out to the highways and the byways and teach and preach this truth. Be brotherly once amongst another. Okay? Give me 2 seconds, bro. Give me 2 seconds. Shalom, bro. Hey, I'm making a video. Oh, give me 1 second. You got it. Slack, yeah. But this is back in Sirach 19:18. It says, let's go into it. It says, Sirach 19:18, it says, the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of him, and wisdom obtaineth his love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. See? It's a doctrine of life. The law is the perfect way to live. See, our people don't want to, usually when a person has an issue with keeping the laws to the best of their abilities, they have an issue with being disciplined. They have an issue with putting their feelings over their priorities. And to be a king, right, to be a man, you can't have that. You can't do that. Okay? Because what? You have to be an example of righteousness, right? To your household, to Akim, right? To Akim that click on your videos, to the sheep that look, right? To the sheep that want knowledge, right? You might, like bros always say, man, you might got guys out there that watch your videos specifically that you know that you never met. You might got bros from, you might be in this state and that bro might be in a whole nother different country or on a whole another different side of America, right? And he click on your videos. You know what I mean? So what? You got to be an example to that. And don't get me wrong, it's easier said than done, but we always got to check ourselves. Or scripture said, what? A just man falleth 7 times, but he get back up again. But the wicked fall into mischief. Okay? This is Sirach 19:16. It says, there is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that hath not offended with his tongue? Admonish thy neighbor before thou threaten him, Right. You got admonish mean warn, like warn your neighbor, right? And not be and not being angry, give place to the law of the Most High. Okay, because the Most High is perfect, and He's the ultimate judge. Okay, 18. It says the fear of the Lord is the first step to be accepted of Him, and wisdom obtaineth His love. The knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life, and they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of the tree of immortality. The fear of the Lord is all wisdom, and in all wisdom is the performance of the law and the knowledge of His omnipotency. But let me go back up to 19. It says, the knowledge of the commandments of the Lord is the doctrine of life. Perfect way to live. And they that do things that please Him shall receive the fruit of immortality. And that's promised to the elect. Obviously, it's promised to Israel, but not on the first. It's promised to the whole Israel, but not on the first go round. Because you got set perils. You got these judgments that's going to come on those who use their grace period or their liberty as to please the flesh and do what the fuck they wanted to do instead of doing what they needed to do in order to receive salvation. But you got those, which are the elect and 1/3, that feared the Lord once they heard the truth and did what they needed to do in order to be saved and have mercy from the Lord. Okay? Those are the souls that's going to receive favor. Those are the souls that were called before all this was even mapped out. Okay? Let me grab this and I'll close the video out. This is Proverbs 12:1. It says, whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. When you go into that word brutish in a blue letter, it means stupid. As a matter of fact, we'll just go to it. I was here the other day when I was reading it. Brutish.
Strong's H 1198. Ba'ad.
Okay, I don't know if bro's heard that, but
Ba'ad.
it means brutishness, stupidity, brutish. So foolish to be stupid. Okay? Dumb. And our people are some people are willingly ignorant. But the scriptures compare our people to majority of our people are willingly ignorant, I should say, Salakia. But the scriptures compare our people to two dumb animals, man. Okay? It says, whoso loveth instruction loveth knowledge, but he that hateth reproof is brutish. You try to tell a nigga something, man, you down there got to fight a nigga. You know what I mean? That's why, if a man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. All right, nigga, go ahead. I told you, the blood is off my hands. And you just move forward, move along. Move along. Nick can't get it, move it on. Move on. It is what it is. The warning went out. He heard it. He heard it. And remember, it ain't up to us if people get it or not. It's up to the Lord. Okay? It says, a man shall not be established by wickedness, but the root of righteous shall not be it's like it. A man shall not be established by wickedness. That's another reason why America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear missiles. Thus saith the Bible, because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? This place it's not going to be established anymore. I mean, it's happening now. It says, but the root of the righteous shall not be moved. So the righteous has favor with the Lord. Okay? Like it says in the second verse. The righteous get delivered. The righteous have favor. The righteous have really the righteous and the ones that the Lord have mercy on are the true successful people. It's not the amount of money. It's not the amount of things you have in the world. And I'm not saying you're wicked if you have money or if you have great possessions in the world. That's if the Lord bless you with that, then the Lord bless you with that. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that. But those who are chosen and have favor from the Lord are the true successful people, man. Because those people will get in and out of any situation because the Lord has favor on that person. And that's some money. That's something money can't buy. Okay? So instead of worshiping money, worship the Lord, man. Because the Lord said what? The Lord said, when your ways please him, he maketh even your enemy to be at peace with you, man. And what it's a saying in the world, One of the best war to fight is the war you don't have to fight. Okay? So with that, man, Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord willing, Akim got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakadash. I want to tell you brothers keep pushing on to the next Shalom.